Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence the 17th. I'd like you to do me a favor. Please unsubscribe from this list, whatever list you're on, if you don't want to keep getting stuff from me. I don't want you to be on the list if you don't want to get stuff from me. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, I'm going to hide the unsubscribe button and do everything I can to keep you on the list. I only want you here if you want to be here, okay? But there's one thing that you really should understand about people who create content, because you might be creating content sometime in the future. You might create a podcast, or you might want to put together a little mailing list to tell people what you're doing with your career, or like me, try to provide them with useful information that will help them with the things that they're trying to accomplish. So provide a service, right? But in the end, I do everything I can to make sure that only the people that want to be on this list and only the people that want to watch these videos are on the list and are watching the videos. When you first sign up for the list, I don't trust that you've spelled your email address properly. I make sure that you get an email back when somebody signs up for the list. I make sure they get an email back that says, hey, I know you signed up for the list, but I just want to make sure. So if you wouldn't mind, click on this link to confirm that you want to be on the list. So it's called double opt-in, because I could put anybody's email address in a form and sign people up for a list, right? You could misspell your name. You could misspell your email address, and then the emails that you've signed up for go to the wrong email address. People do that all the time. And so I want to make sure that that's clear. Now, once you're on the list, if it isn't what you want, or as some people have said, because of this daily challenge that I'm doing this year, too many videos or too many pieces of email, I completely understand that. I take that into account when I'm deciding what I'm going to do with my future stuff. I want to hear from you. And when you unsubscribe from the list, I would love it if you would give me a reason. There's an opportunity for you to give a reason why you're unsubscribing from the list. Some people, very nice about it. You know, I'm trying to winnow down my inbox, and, you know, what you're doing is great, but, you know, I get it. You're trying to help. I just don't have time to watch all the videos, or I don't have time to read all the stuff. It's fine. With Rehearsal Pro, a lot of people will put a note in there that says, I'm not acting anymore. Or I don't use an iPhone or an iPad anymore. I've moved on to some other device. I understand. I get that. Occasionally people are rude, but, you know, I'm not going to, I get it. People are having a bad day, and that's, you know, I understand. But there is one thing that people do that I beg you, I urge you, I strongly request that you not do. If you want to unsubscribe from any list, not just mine, but any list, unsubscribe. Don't mark the email that you got as spam. Now, you say to yourself, well, what's the difference? It's going to get me off the list anyway. Who cares? Well, here's the thing. If you unsubscribe, then you're basically saying, I don't want to get this anymore. And you're not saying anything about me as a sender of content, as a creator and a distributor of content. You're not saying that I did something wrong in sending you that. But when you mark me as spam, you are. And you could think to yourself, well, wait, really, what does it matter? It's all 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But it isn't. If you unsubscribe, that's one thing. But if you mark me as spam, or if you drag me to the promotions folder or to your spam folder, if you do anything that implicates to your email client, to Gmail or to anything else, that I am a spammer, and that's what you do when you do that, that actually does go on my permanent record. It goes back to my email provider, which is Aweber. They mark the fact that you have said I'm a spammer, and it lowers my overall deliverability. It also goes back to Gmail, and Gmail goes, huh. So this guy's sending out email, but people are marking it as spam. And if enough people do that, they start to lower my deliverability. So you not only get off the list, but you also make it more difficult for me to send email to the rest of the people on my list that really want to be on my list. And I don't think that's fair. Do you? I mean, I'd love to know what you think about this. one final thing. If you mark me as spam, you don't get the joy of telling me why you're getting rid of me, why you're unsubscribing, where you can, if you just simply unsubscribe, you can give me a reason, right? So it may feel as though it's the same thing, that it's, you know, it all goes down the same pipe and who cares? But the truth of the matter is that just because you don't want to get information from me any longer, you don't want to get emails from me any longer, you don't want to, you know, be on my list or see my videos or be aware of what I'm doing, that's fine. But don't smack me in the face on the way out with something that isn't true. I'm not a spammer. I go to great lengths to make sure that the people that get information from me are getting information that they want, that they've asked for, that they've even confirmed a second time that they've asked for it. And that if they don't want to be on the list, all they have to do is click unsubscribe. But the lazy dragging to the spam folder or marking as spam because it's the same, who cares? It's an icon of the spam or it's the link to unsubscribe. What really does it matter, right? So know that it does matter. And know that if it was you sending information out to the world or making a podcast or doing content creation, that if somebody else did that to you, I don't think you'd like it. So, is this news to you? Is this something that you didn't know about before? It was news to a friend of mine recently when I was talking to her about spam versus unsubscribe. And she's like, well, who cares? It's, you know, these people. And I'm like, well, I'm one of these people. Would you want that to happen to me? Would you want that to happen to you? Tell me what you think about all this. Leave me a comment below if you're on vo2gogo.com. If you're watching this anywhere but there, go over to vo2gogo.com because we've got all kinds of great stuff for you there. And if you'd like to jump on my list, if you're watching this video and you're not on my list, click on my head and the subscribe system will send you a confirmation. If you'd like to see the latest video I've done, go ahead and click on that frame and YouTube will play it for you. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.